And launching on March 29th, we have Dead by Daylight, the board game. And this plays 3 to 5 players and takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. And this is a one versus many game that's based on the video game with the same name. And one thing to note here is that you're always going to play with the same number of survivors. So if you're ever playing with less than the 5 players, it just means that 1 or 2 of the players is going to have to control up to 2 characters. And this game is going to play over a series of rounds until one of 2 conditions trigger the end game. Either the players are able to repair 5 different generators and get the 5 completed generated tokens on the board, or the killer is able to inflict enough damage to completely fill up their hook track, allowing them to win the game. The base version of the game will come with 7 survivors and 6 killers, but if you get the Collector's Deluxe Edition of the game, that will more than double that, getting you 15 to 20 survivors as well as 15 to 20 killers. And the game's primary mechanism is action programming, because each round you're going to be playing over 3 different phases. And the first phase is the planning phase, where every player, including the killer, is going to be simultaneously choosing a movement card and then revealing it to perform that action. This will allow players to move between different areas on the map, with each area on the map connected by a different movement type. And you will have to perform that movement type if you want to be able to move into that area. The second phase is the interaction phase, where any player that was able to move into a new area can interact with a tile in that space. And these different tiles can give you different benefits. There's the chest, which allows you to draw an item card, which can help you throughout the game. And then there's the locker, which allows you to hide from the killer, or a crow that allows you to take an extra turn, pallets, which you can drop behind you to slow down the killer, or they can be generators, where players will perform a skill check to make progress on fixing a generator. And if you're able to make 3 positive skill checks, then you have fixed that generator, and you can add that token to the top of the board where you are making progress towards winning the game. And after this, we move into the final phase, where the killer gets their turn, and they'll be performing their movement just like everyone else. Then they're also able to interact with those different tiles, which will grant them a special benefit that can be a little bit different than what the players get. And they also have the option, instead of interacting with something, once per round they can perform their killer special ability, which is more powerful but also limited in its use. The rounds continue like this until either the killer reaches their endgame objective or the survivors do, and then the player that does wins the game.